Birmingham. Let's hear it for my four seniors of 2022.
How you doing? All right.
Hey, yeah, let me know when. Oh, I got to do. You got to do. Got to.
You know it.
You picked the wrong person.
I didn't get much because I thought the one I got there might be
You know who the coach is of Heritage? How you pronounce that, the first kid?
Kenai. Tonight, the Amherst County Lancers coming in with a record of 10-9, take on the Heritage Pioneers at 7-12 in a Seminole District baseball battle here from Lancer Field on Senior Night on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Number 3, Matt Cassidy. The DH for the Pioneers, number 8, Nathan Holman. In the fifth slot, the shortstop, number 1, Jalen Armstead.
And a very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome live here to Lancer Field as we get ready. last Tuesday, or last Thursday as well. So we're getting ready for this contest. They're moving right along with the pregame activities, but first I did want to recognize the seniors that were honored just a few moments ago out on the field. They will all be in the starting lineup tonight. Dakota Mayberry, I'll mention first because he is my nephew, so he'll play third base tonight as usual. And then Hunter Catlett, Jonah Cunningham, and Cyrus Campbell. So it's Dakota Mayberry, Hunter Catlett, Cyrus Campbell, and Jonah Cunningham playing their final regular season ball game here at Lancer Field tonight. Stand by, we've got the starting lineups and the start of this ball game coming up after this on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Number 13, Blake May. DHing for the Lancers, number 20, Cyrus Campbell. In center field, number 3, David Travis. In the DH, playing second base, number 4, Caleb Knight. The remaining players for the Lancers, number 5, Josh Lloyd. Number 6, Brandon Burks. Number 9, Bryce Goodwin. Number 10, Hunter Welch. Number 14, Lathan Bryan. Number 15, Jacob Campbell. Number 16, Derek Mason. 21, Ethan Ellis. Head coach for the Lancers, Mr. John Epperson, and his assistants, Mr. Bill Dawson, Mr. Peyton Maddox, Mr. Dustin Hogan, Malik Ware, and the bat boy is Riker Dawson. At this time, we'd like to echo with the playing of their national anthem. Good luck, guys. Let's play baseball.
Lancers and the Heritage Pioneers. Seminole District Baseball for you on this Tuesday night. Let's go through the starting lineups for you. First for the visiting Pioneers, Kenai Booker, the center fielder, will lead things off. He'll be followed by the catcher, Lucas Glass, and then the pitcher, Matt Cassidy. The designated hitter, Nathan Holman, will bat in the cleanup spot. He's followed by Jalen Armistead, the shortstop, and then Nate Cash, the center fielder. Cam Burns, the second baseman, will bat seventh. Jimmy Smallshaw, the first baseman, will bat eighth, and batting ninth, the right fielder, David Cash. For the Amherst County Lancers, Christian Harris is going to lead things off and catch tonight. The right fielder, Tony Cunningham, one of the seniors tonight, will bat second. Dalton Wentz is on the mound tonight, and he will bat third. Batting in the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Dakota Mayberry, another of the seniors tonight. First baseman, Hunter Catlett, will bat in the 5 spot. Batting 6, it is the shortstop, Nick Dawson. For batting 7th will be the left fielder, Blake Mays. In the 8th spot is the designated hitter, Cyrus Campbell. And batting 9th, the center fielder, David Travis. So once again for the Lancers, it is Harris, Cunningham, and Travis, Mayberry, Catlett, and Dawson, Mays, Campbell, and Travis. Dalton Wentz, the right-hander, going through his warm-up tosses, and we get started for this ball game. Everything's still very murky as far as the Region 4D playoffs are concerned. Lancers need to win this ball game if they have a chance of getting in. Glass is playing LCA tonight. The Lancers will play in the first round of the Seminole District Tournament on Thursday night at 6 o'clock against Jefferson Forest at Jefferson Forest.
Here we go, son.
Leading off, top half of the first
Dalton
inning.
Wentz, the right-hander, has completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready for the start of this ball game. Kenai Booker, the center fielder, is going to lead things off, a right-handed hitter, so a righty-righty matchup to get things going here. The wind in the deal by Wentz. Booker squares to bunt, and the pitch is high for ball one. And we are underway here at Lancer Field, just a tad early, about 6 minutes before the scheduled first pitch time. Squares to bunt again. The 1-0 is bunted through on a fastball, and it's 1-1 to Kenai Booker. Defensively for the Lancers, Blake Mays in left, David Travis at center, Jonah Cunningham in right. The 1-1. Hit on the ground towards short. Scooped up there by Nick Dawson. The throw across the field in time. And there's one out here in the top of the first inning. Hunter Catlett is playing first. Caleb Knight is at second base. Shortstop is Nick Dawson. Third baseman is Dakota Mayberry. Behind the plate, Christian Harris. And on the mound, it is Dalton Wentz. Lucas Glass, the catcher, steps in from the right side, and the pitch from Wentz on the way is low and a little outside for ball one. One out here in the top of the first. We're just underway. The 1-0. Strike at the knees, and it's 1-1 to Lucas Glass, right-handed hitter. Awaits a 1-1 pitch here from Dalton Wentz, and here it is as Wentz works quickly. Cut on a miss on a curveball. Ball and 2 strikes now to Lucas Glass. Got underway a little early tonight if you're just joining us. The 1-2. Fastball called strike 3. And there are 2 down here in the top of the first inning. That will bring the pitcher tonight, Matt Cassidy, to the plate.
Next batter, pitcher, number 3, Matt Cassidy.
For Heritage High School. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the first inning, just underway from Lancer Field on senior night. Last and the regular season finale. The pitch from Wentz to Cassidy is a fastball across the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Cassidy. Way back in the box. The 0-1. This is a little low. A ball and a strike now to Cassidy. 2 down. Nobody on for Heritage here in the first. The wind in the deal by Wentz. Curveball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Cassidy. Lancers need to win tonight if they want to get into the Region 4D tournament. Now, Christian Harris will go out and have some words with his pitcher, make sure they're together on the signs. Western Albemarle will probably be the top seed in Region 4D. Louisa County and Orange County will most likely get in out of the Jefferson District as well. The 2-1, fouled off right side out of play. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Matt Cassidy. Nathan Holman would be next. He waits on deck. Wentz's 2-2 pitch. Here it is. I guess just a tad low. Boy, that looked good. Count runs full with 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. And the 3-2 payoff. Here it comes. Strike 3 at the knees for the 3rd out of the inning. For Heritage in the first, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, nobody left. We make our way to the bottom half of the inning. Heritage nothing, Amherst coming to bat on the Lancers Broadcast Network. against the right-handed pitching Matt Cassidy. Cassidy ready to go to work. Harris as well, the pitch. Curveball falls in for a strike. It's 0-1. One strike on Christian Harris. And the pitch high. Ball and a strike to Harris. The 1-1 from Cassidy. Fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike. Christian did not like the call. So did the Lancer fans did not like the call. Here's a 1-2 to Harris. Way high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Christian Harris leading things off for Amherst County here in the bottom of the first. No score.
Keep protecting up there for me.
The 2-2. Hit on the ground right at the middle base hit. And a good way for the Lancers to start here. Lead off single by Christian Harris. And that will bring up the left-handed hitting Jonah Cunningham, the right fielder, one of the seniors tonight. He'll step in from the left side with a runner at first and nobody out. Cassidy will have to go to the stretch here. Comes set at the belts. First pitch to Cunningham on the way. It's high and in for ball 1. Cunningham looking down at third base at his head coach John Apperson, who's coaching third tonight. Awaits a 1-0 from Cassidy. And here it is. Low, 2 balls, no strikes to Cunningham. Harris gets his lead at first. Cassidy comes set. And here is the 2-0 to Jonah Cunningham. It's on its way. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Cunningham. Runner at first and nobody out for the Lancers. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Cassidy gets his sign from Glass and comes set. Checks the runner at first, and here's the 3-0. Runner's going. Harris, the throw down to second's not going to be in time. Pitch was a call to strike. 3 balls and a strike now to Cunningham. But a runner in scoring position with a hitter's pitch coming up. Cassidy is ready as he checks the runner at second. A 3-1 to Cunningham. This is low and away. There's a called strike. Whoa, boy. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Jonah Cunningham. Yikes. Okay. Cunningham will have to battle now as Cassidy has found his way back into the count. The 3-2 payoff. Just piled off on the tip of the bat. And the count will remain 3-2. Didn't get much of our Lancers countdown to first pitch brought to you by Schul's Home Inn tonight. They decided to start a little early. That's all right. We've got game coverage for you. Another 3-2 payoff to Jonah Cunningham. And here it is. Did he go down? No, he walked. Harris makes his way to third. So runners are at first and third now. Nobody out. Here's Walton Williams. Pitch hitter will bat from the left side. With a right-handed pitcher on the mound. Cassidy apparently thought Cunningham went around on that pitch, and it was borderline. I'll admit that. Wentz steps in from the left side. Cunningham gets his lead at first. Harris a slight lead at third. They're not holding the runners on. They are at first. Cunningham headed towards second. Pitch gets pie Glass. Low and in for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Wentz. Cunningham now at second. Second and third with nobody out for the Lancers here in the bottom of the first inning. Big opportunity here for Amherst. Cassidy winds, deals the 1-0. This is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Dalton Wentz.
Make him mess up. Make him mistake. Come on here.
And the 2-0. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 2-1 now to Dalton Wentz. Runners get their leads. And the 2-0 to Wentz. 2-1, I should say. Bouncing ball down the first base line. It'll score a run. Cassidy comes over to handle it and flips to first in time. But Christian Harris comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Lancers on the RBI ground out by Dalton Wentz. They'll bring up senior and cleanup hitter Dakota Mayberry as Jonah Cunningham did advance to third. Dakota steps in from the right side. The pitch. Curveball, a little high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Dakota Mayberry. Checks down at third for a sign from his coach. Back in the box, and the 1-0 is high. Gets away from glass. Cunningham will stay where he's at with this kind of concrete block on the backstop right now. Ball usually bounces back pretty easy to the catcher, so it's hard to come home unless it's way out of the backstop. Here's the 2-0 to Mayberry. It's a strike at the knees. It's 2-1. So, a low strike is in today.
Let's go, babe.
1 out, runner at third. A run in for the Lancers in the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Eddie. Good job right here.
The wind in the deal is a called strike 3, a curveball that falls in for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Hunter Catlett, the first baseman. The runner at third, 2 outs.
Let's go back.
Catlett, a right-handed hitter, waits his pitch from Cassidy. It's low, gets away from glass, but bounced off his chest protector and didn't go very far. So Cunningham has to stay at third.
All right, Mitch. Let's go. Here we go, 12. Don't leave him out there.
The 1-0. This is outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Hunter Catlett. Cassidy, so far tonight anyway, has had a tendency to get behind the runners, or the hitters, I should say. The 2-0, high for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Hunter Catlett with Nick Dawson waiting on deck. 2 outs, runner at third. It's 1-0 Lancers. We're at the bottom of the first inning.
All right, Hunter, back. Here we go.
Cassidy ready. And the 3-0. In for a strike, he was taking all the way. Was Catlett. 3-1 now. See if he gets a pitch he likes. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Might have chased ball 4 there. Count runs forward. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third with 2 outs. 3-2 payoff on the way. Hit on the ground towards short. Picked up there. The throw across the infield is just going to be in time as Smallshaw scoops it out, the first baseman, for the 3rd out of the inning. But for the Lancers in the first, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 left. We'll make our way to the second. It is Amherst County 1, Heritage nothing on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
For the Lancers in their home half of the first inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left on.
Hello, I'm Rob Arnold, Superintendent of Amherst County Public Schools, and today we're at River Edge Park here in Madison Heights, just next to the James River, and our 7th graders from Amherst Middle School are here today working on the annual James River Association project. And those students have access to canoeing in the river. They're going to learn about the ecosystem, they're going to learn about the watershed, they're going to learn about pollution in the river and how to avoid that and how to keep a healthy environment here. But really for us, it is about what we want to do with our children in Amherst County. We talk about making students life ready. And we don't believe that students can be life ready by sitting in a classroom and reading textbooks and answering worksheets and coming up with definitions. They need to take that information and they need to come out here and they actually need to get their hands on it. It needs to be relevant. They need to think critically about the things that they're learning and help solve problems like pollution in our rivers and certain things like that. And so that's why we're here today. That's why we think this is so important. That's why our relationship with the James River Association is so valuable, because it gives kids.
Hey, way to get on top.
One strike on Nathan Holman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2 now to Holman. Leading things off for Heritage here in the top of the 2nd. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one out here in the top of the 2nd inning. 3 strikeouts now for Dalton Wentz out of the 4 hitters he has faced. That'll bring up Jalen Armistead, the shortstop. Armistead, a right-handed hitter. And the pitch from Wentz. Fastball strike at the knees. 1 strike on Jalen Armistead. The wind and the deal, the 0-1. Misses outside, maybe a little high. A ball and a strike now to Armistead. Here's the 1-1 from Wentz, working quickly. Pitch low and away for ball 2. Good stop by Christian Harris. As a matter of fact, as the ball got down into the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to Armistead. And the pitch, way high. Ball 3.
Take it off.
Wind whipping out towards right field. Here's the 3-1 from Wentz. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and the count runs full.
Here we go. Right field is in kind of close.
Here's the 3-2 payoff. Fouled off into the screen. Count will remain 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Pioneers shortstop, Jalen Armistead. There's 1 out here in the top of the 2nd. The wind, another 3-2. For a called strike 3. And the 2nd out of the inning, no doubt about that one. Back-to-back strikeouts, 4 in a row now, actually, by Dalton Wentz. And here's Nate Cash, the left fielder. He'll bat from the left side. Wentz ready. And the pitch to Cash on the way. A little low for ball 1.
Hey, stay around it, baby.
1 ball, no strikes.
Stay around it.
To Cash. The 1-0. Hit on the ground towards 2nd. Caleb Knight is there. Takes it on a hop. Throws to 1st in time. For the 3rd out of the inning. So once again, Heritage goes 3 up and 3 down. Nothing doing in their half of the 2nd. We'll go to the bottom half with the Lancers leading the Pioneers by a score of 1-0 on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Hello, I'm Rob Arnold, Superintendent of Amherst County Public Schools, and today we're at River Edge Park here in Madison Heights, just next to the James River, and our 7th graders from Amherst Middle School are here today working on the annual James River Association project. And those students have access to canoeing in the river. They're going to learn about the ecosystem, they're going to learn about the watershed, they're going to learn about pollution in the river and how to avoid that and how to keep a healthy environment here. But really for us, it is about what we want to do with our children in Amherst County. We talk about making students life ready. And we don't believe that students can be life ready by sitting in a classroom and reading textbooks and answering worksheets and coming up with definitions. They need to take that information and they need to come out here and they actually need to get their hands on it. It needs to be relevant. They need to think critically about the things that they're learning and help solve problems like pollution in our rivers and certain things like that. And so that's why we're here today. That's why we think this is so important. That's why our relationship with the James River Association is so valuable, because it gives kids relevance in their learning and they become life-ready students. Thank you.
Out of the inning. Bring up Blake Mays, the left fielder, with one out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Mays also a right-handed hitter.
Next batter, left fielder, Blake Mays.
Cyrus Campbell, the DH, waits on deck. Pitch to Mays, high and in for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Blake Mays. One out. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The pitch, high and in again. 2 balls, no strikes to Mays. Lancers leading Heritage 1-0 as we play the bottom of the 2nd. The 2-0. This is high for ball 3. He had a notion, but he laid off. Cocked the bat, Blake Mays, but he took ball 3. And the 3-0 to Mays. Swing and a miss. Might have chased ball 4. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Blake Mays. And the 3-1. There's a called strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Mays. Count is full. Mays will step back into the batter's box after looking down at his head coach. The 3-2 payoff, high and in, ball 4. 2nd walk issued by Matt Cassidy. There's a runner at first with 1 out for the designated hitter, Cyrus Campbell. Right-handed hitter. And a senior. Playing his regular season finale here at Lancer Field tonight. Mays gets his lead at first. Cassidy checking a long time. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball. It's over to Cyrus Campbell. David Travis waiting on deck. Just got to avoid the double play ball here with 1 out. And a runner on. The 0-1, runner's going, short dribbler down the line, and it will go foul down the 3rd base side. Mays will have to go back to first. No balls, 2 strikes now to Cyrus Campbell, the designated hitter. He's certainly capable. We've seen him do it numerous times this season. Putting the ball into play and making some things happen. He'll have to do so. Down 2 strikes here. Cassidy checks the runner as he comes set. The 0-2 high. Mays going to throw down the second. Off the line to the right of the bag as I'm looking at it. So Mays now in scoring position. Count 1, 2 strikes to Cyrus Campbell. 1 out, runner at second now. As as Mays steals the base. Time is called as second baseman Cam Burns lost his hat in the wind. Now we're ready. Cassidy looks in for a sign from Glass, and now he's set. Here's the 1-2 to Campbell. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 3. And the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Matt Cassidy. And here's David Travis, the center fielder. Ninth hitter in the order.
Number 3, David Travis.
Still a runner at second. Now 2 down. Right-handed hitter is David Travis. The pitch. Curveball falls in for a strike. It's 0-1. Travis waiting on a strike 1 pitch. And here it is. High and in. A ball and a strike now to the Lancer center fielder. 2 outs, runner at second. Lancers leading 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The set by Cassidy. And a throw to second. Will not be in time. Armistead thought he had him. Didn't like the call by the base umpire, but his hand was in before the tag. I got a real good view of that one. Travis still waiting on a 1-1 pitch. And here it is. Catches the outside corner, a called strike 2.
Oh, be ready for the good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to David Travis with a runner at second and 2 down. Cassidy taking a long time, and time was called before the pitch. And a balk actually was called on Cassidy. And Mays is sent down to third base. Heritage coaching not liking the call. Cassidy will switch to the windup with a runner at third and 2 down. The 1-2 to Travis. High. Tried to get him to chase some high heat. Even the catcher, Lucas Glass, had come up out of his stance about halfway. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to David Travis. The pitch. Bounces in there, and the count runs full. 3-2 now to Travis. Runner at third and 2 outs.
Don't leave him out there.
Here's the 3-2 payoff. Misses outside, ball 4. Second walk in the inning by Cassidy. Runners at the corners for Christian Harris, who's 1 for 1.
Catcher, number 7, Christian Harris.
Had a single back in the last inning. And he would come around to score on the RBI ground out by Dalton Moon. Harris will step in from the right side. Cassidy will have to switch back to the stretch here. And now Lucas Glass will come out and call the defensive alignment for runners at first and third. Flip, they call Christian Harris. Set by Cassidy, and time is going to be called and granted to Harris. Harris back in the box from the right side. Runners get their leads. And the pitch. Curveball gets away from Glass. Here comes Blake Mays, and he'll score. David Travis makes his way to second. It's now 2-0 Lancers. 1 ball, no strikes to Christian Harris with the runner still in scoring position as Travis is now at second. Base hit would drive in another here.
Here we go back.
The 1-0 to Harris. Fouled back and out of play. A ball and a strike now to the Lancer catcher. Saw Christian Harris at a grand slam against Brookville just a week ago. Nice to get a 2-run shot here. The 1-1 catches the outside corner, a called strike. A ball and 2 strikes now to Christian Harris. Jonah Cunningham waiting on deck, hoping for an opportunity here in the second. Time is called and granted. This time to pitcher Matt Cassidy as he stepped off the rubber. Comes set here. Here's the 1-2 to Harris. Bounces in there. Good stop by Glass, but still, Travis makes his way to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Christian Harris with 2 outs and a runner at third. Run already in for the Lancers. On a wild pitch by Matt Cassidy. The 2-2. This is outside and low for ball 3. Count is full for Christian Harris. Cassidy's got to try and throw a strike here, and Harris has got to be ready for it. The 3-2 payoff. High ball 3. 3 walks in the inning by Matt Cassidy. Has kept this thing alive. But now there's runners at the corners again for Jonah Cunningham. Cunningham walked and was traded with third last time up. Opportunity to do some damage here. Two 2-0 Lancers if you're just joining us. We're in the bottom of the second. With 2 outs, runners at the corners. The set by Cassidy. And the pitch to Cunningham on the way. Gets away from Glass. Here it comes David Travis, and he'll score. Meanwhile, Christian Harris makes his way all the way to third. 1 ball, no strikes to Cunningham.
Where is let's go win all the way to third.
3-0 now for the Lancers. Both times they've scored. Then with runners at third on pass balls or wild pitches, take your choice. The 1-0 to Cunningham. Here it is. Towards left field. Glass comes in. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Christian Harris will come in to score. An RBI single for Jonah Cunningham has made it 4-0 Lancers. Dalton Wentz. An RBI ground out his last time up, so he's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Still a runner at first, still 2 outs.
Let's go, dog.
Wentz will bat left-handed. The set by Cassidy. And the pitch. This is inside. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. Got him on the foot. No, it didn't, says the home plate umpire. So it is ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. I would have swore the umpire was hollering that it hit him. Wentz thought it did. But he'll have to get back in the box and face a 1 ball, no strike pitch. Runner at first, 2 outs, 3 runs in the inning with just 1 hit. Throw over to first. Cunningham back in safely. Cunningham a good base runner too. Most of the Lancers are. You rarely see them make base running mistakes. The 1-0. Ground foul screamer down the first base line, but foul.
That ball still made it all the way to third.
Got all the way back to the 325 sign in deep right field. Not the deepest part of the ballpark. Deepest part is right center. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Dalton Wentz. That means he's on this next one. Cassidy taking a long time, and Wentz wisely calls for timeout. before the 1 ball 1 strike pitch. The set by Cassidy once again. Checks the runner, and here's the 1-1. Low. Briefly got away from Glass, but it bounced off the umpire's shin guards and came right back to him. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dalton Wentz, with Dakota Mayberry waiting on deck.
Well, you can't go from the top. I'm sorry. I'll say no.
The set by Cassidy, and the 2-1. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Runner's going. Throw down to second will not be in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Wentz. Runner at second and 2 outs. 4-0 Lancers. We're in the bottom of the second.
All right, dog.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. Hit on the ground. Another foul ball right down the first base side. Nicely fielded by the first base coach down there. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Wentz as he's gotten around on 2 of those curveballs now from the left-hand batter's box. Another 2-2. Cassidy steps off the rubber. Sets back up on the first base side of the slab. Wentz waiting on another 2-2. Here it is. Fouled off at the plate to stay alive at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Lancers have scored 3 here in the bottom of the second to lead 4-0. Yet another 2-2 pitch for Dalton Wentz from Matt Cassidy, and here it is. High for ball 3, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Wentz. Runner at second is Jonah Cunningham. Gets his lead. Set by Cassidy. 3-2 payoff to Wentz. Here it is. It's high for ball 4. And that will bring up Dakota Mayberry. Waiting to see what the Heritage pitcher is going to do. So far, he's not. It's the 3rd walk. Actually 4th walk in the inning by Cassidy. And now here's Dakota Mayberry. He's over from home, struck out his first time up.
Dakota Mayberry.
Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Cassidy steps off the rubber before delivering the pitch to this at-bat for Dakota Mayberry. Wind at times will whip, wind at times will completely stop. It's whipping now. The pitch to Mayberry, fouled back and overhead and out of play. No balls, 1 strike to Dakota Mayberry. Runners get their lead. Wentz at first, Cunningham at second. The set by Cassidy. The 0-1 to Mayberry is a called strike. It's 0-2. Called strike at the knees. Looked like a pretty good pitch that time by Cassidy. No argument here. The set. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. For the Lancers, they get 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. There were 2 left. We will make our way to the 3rd. Amherst County 4, Heritage nothing on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Pioneers, number 4, Tim Burnett.
From Wentz to Burns, high and away for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now to Burns. 1-2, bounce in there. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. We can hear the national anthem down at Lancer Stadium behind us as soccer gets ready to get underway. The 2-2. This is outside for ball 3. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Cam Burns. Leading things off for the Pioneers here in the 3rd. The 3-2 payoff is low for ball 4. Some good wheels at first in Cam Burns. First walk issued by Dalton Wentz in the ball game. First base runner for Heritage in the ball game. Here comes in the top of the 3rd. Here's Jimmy Smallshaw, the first baseman. Left-handed hitter. Will step in with a runner at first and nobody out. Wentz checks the runner as he comes set. The pitch to Smallshaw, swinging a miss at the fastball. Blew it right by him for strike 1. Burns slight lead at first. The 0-1. Fastball strike at the knees. It's 0-2 now to Jimmy Smallshaw. The set by Wentz and the 0-2. Curveball falls right in there for a called strike 3. And the first out of the inning. 5 strikeouts now for Dalton Wentz. Here's right fielder David Cash. Right-handed hitter. Runner at first, 1 out now here in the top of the 3rd. The pitch low and in, but a nice stop by Christian Harris. 1 ball, no strikes on David Cash. The 1-0. Hit on the ground to first. Catlett couldn't handle it. It gets into right field. That's got to be an error.
Come on out. Work up. We all right?
So now runners at first and second for Heritage here in the 3rd. After the first error of the ball game. That'll bring up the top of the order in Kenai Booker.
What's the matter? You okay?
Booker grounded out to short his last time up. Looks like there's going to be some action in the Heritage bullpen as Jimmy Smallshaw goes down. The pitch misses inside for ball 1.
Take your time, dog.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Booker. Runners at first and second with 1 out. The set and the 1-0. So strike at the knees, it's 1-1. Lucas Glass waits on deck. Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground, bouncing ball towards 3rd. Mayberry's going to have to hurry to throw across the infield. Will not be in time. An infield single. Good wheels by Kenai Booker. That's the first hit of the game for the Pioneers, and the bases are loaded.
Who was that, Booker?
For Lucas Glass, with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Lancers leading 4-0. See if Wentz will stay in the stretch or go to the wind. He'll go to the wind up here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Glass, a strikeout victim his last time up, fouled off the first pitch into Christian Harris. for strike one. Now John Apperson going to have the head coach will come out and check on his catcher. Looks like he's all right. I've seen him take worse. But those foul balls right back into the mask and whatnot, they do not feel good. I know from personal experience. No balls and a strike to Lucas Glass. Bases loaded, one out. The pitch. Low gets away from Harris, bounces right back to him, but there's going to be a run scored here. Burns, it ended up not bouncing right back to Harris as it took a carom off to the left down the third baseline, and Cam Burns is going to come in to score. Other runners advance. Booker to second, David Cash to third. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Lucas Glass. And it's now 4-1 Lancers. Still 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-1. Pass catches outside corner. It's 1-2 now to Glass.
One more, dog. Here we go.
The wind and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the second out of the inning.
There you go, dog. Good job. Good job. Here we go. One more. One more.
Bring up pitcher Matt Cassidy. Trying to help his own cause here with runners at second and third and 2 down. Wentz ready to work as he shakes his head yes. Winds and deals the pitch. Curveball. Beautiful. Falls right across the plate for strike 1.
Good curveball.
Very pretty pitch by Dalton Wentz. Wentz working quickly. The 0-1. Snap throw to third. Mayberry just gets over to get it.
Job, Flip.
Pitch was a called strike. It's 0-2 now to Cassidy. No balls, 2 strikes to Matt Cassidy. And the 2-strike pitch. Here comes. These are called strike 2. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, my bad. The 1-2. Call strike 3 at the knees. For the third out. For Heritage in their half of the third, they get a run on 1 hit. There was 1 error. There were 2 left. We make our way into the bottom half of the third. Lancers still leading Heritage by a score of 4-1. And you're listening to Lancers Baseball on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Nick Dawson and Blake May.
What kind of, is the water good, bad, not too good up here? What is it?
It's good. It's excellent.
Excellent. Good. It's cold. But you
Base is Charles May for Heritage. So I imagine everybody will keep their batting order since May was being DH'd for.
The first baseman go.
Small Shaw finishes up his warm-up tosses. Hunter Catlett gets ready to step in from the right side, so a lefty-righty matchup to get things going. Lancers scheduled to play Jefferson Forest on Thursday in the first round of the Seminole District Tournament at 6 o'clock. We'll let you know what our plans are as far as the broadcast this week, with some scheduling conflicts on Thursday, with Lancers softball opening that night here at home as well. Catlett 0 for 1, grounded out to short his last time up. Looks at a curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to the Lancers first baseman. The 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Hunter Catlett. Nick Dawson on deck. The 0-2. Thought about chasing one out of the zone, but laid off. A ball and 2 strikes now to Hunter Catlett. Here's the 1-2. Curveball falls right in there for a called strike 3. And the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Nick Dawson. Dawson's 0 for 1. 4 out to left his last time up. Lancers have 2 hits in the ball game to go with their 4 runs. The pitch. High, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Nick Dawson. The pitch. Lifted in the air towards right. This is slicing foul.
Foul ball.
I like it, Nick.
Very long strike there for Nick Dawson. Ball and a strike now to the young man. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd, with the Lancers leading 4-1. Small Shaw pitching completely from the stretch in the pitch. Curveball falls right in for a strike. It's 1-2. It was a pretty curveball by Jimmy Small Shaw. The 1-2. This is high and away. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Dawson. So we're unsure what our next broadcast is going to be. I guess it's basically what I was trying to tell you just a few moments ago. 2-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 3 and the 2nd out of the inning, and 2nd strikeout by Small Shaw since he came on. Bring up Blake Mays. Walked his last time up and would come around the score. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mays will step in from the right side. The pitch. This is a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. So far, Lancers having trouble catching up to Small Shaw's curveball. The 0-1. Fouled back and into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes now to Blake Mays. Mays will have to battle here with 2 outs and the 0-2. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Jimmy Smallshaw comes on and strikes out the side for the Lancers in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We will make our way to the 4th. Amherst County 4, Heritage 1 on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Nathan Holman, Jalen Armstead, and Nate Cash.
So if we have less than 11 bugs, what is that? 11 points, what does that mean? It's poor. If we have 11 to 15 points, it's fair. If we have 15 to 21 points, and if we have more than 21 points, it's excellent. And we had 123. So what does that mean?
The water is very good.
The water is very clean, very good.
The 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss at some high heat. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Holman. And the pitch. Hit on the ground. Bouncing ball towards short. Dawson comes up, throw to first. Too high. And I think he would have been safe anyway. But you got to charge the error.
Next batter is shortstop number 1, David Armstead.
So the leadoff hitter in the 4th on for the Pioneers. Here's Jalen Armstead, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Wentz will have to go to the stretch here. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. It's 0-1. Armstead struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first. Nobody out. We're in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-2. Nate Cash waits on deck. Wentz is set. Here's the 0-2 to Armstead. Curveball just missed outside. A ball and 2 strikes now. Holman gets his lead. Catlett holding him on over there at first base. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the first out of the inning. 8 strikeouts now for Dalton Wentz. And here's Nate Cash. Grounded out with second his first time. Wentz talking to his defense a little bit before he comes set. The pitch. Change up at knees for a called strike. Not game 1 to Nate Cash. The pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Wentz is ahead at 0-2 on Nate Cash. And the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back once again into the screen. The count will remain. No balls, 2 strikes. Wentz is ready. And here's his 0-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Strike 3. And there are 2 down. That'll bring up Cam Burns, the second baseman. Burns would walk and would come around to score his last time up. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch. This is outside for ball 1. Holman gets his lead at first, and the 1-0 to Burns. This misses outside. Nice stop by Christian Harris to keep the runner at first. 2 balls, no strikes now to Cam Burns. It's going to collect himself for a minute. Wants to talk to his catcher. Gives us a chance to remind you that Lancers Baseball brought to you in part by Hickey Plumbing, Air, and Electrical. Find out more about an AC inspection and tune-up when you call 845-3988 for Hickey Plumbing, Air, and Electrical, or check them out at welovehickey.com. Wentz is ready, and the 2-0 to Burns. Here it is. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 1. Nice breaking ball there by Dalton Wentz. Had Burns guessing. The 2-1. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cam Burns. And the set. The 2-2. catches the outside corner, a called strike 3 for the third out of the inning. So Wentz ends up striking out the side. No runs. There were no hits. There was one error. There was one left. We'll make our way to the bottom half of the fourth. Amherst County 4 and Heritage 1 on the Lancers Broadcast Network. From the right side now, he's 0 for 1. Struck out back in the second. That was against starting pitcher Matt Cassidy. Smallshaw came in the third, and his first pitch to Cyrus Campbell, pop fly, caught by the third baseman. Trevor's over at third now. It's not Charles May. But there's one out.
David Travis.
Here in the bottom of the fourth. Let's see if I can catch his numbers. May has moved over to play first. David Travis steps in, walked and scored tonight. The pitch, curveball high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. David Travis. A lot of the JV players whose season is over have been called up to the Lancer roster. The 1-0. Fastball in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to David Travis with 1 out here at the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. High. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Travis. And the 2-1. Fouled off at the plates. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes to David Travis. Travis will have to battle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smallshaw is ready. Here is 2-2. Hot for ball 3. Count runs full. Big pitch here. The Lancers want to keep the 4th inning going. 3-2 payoff. Here it is. High for ball 4. First walk issued by Smallshaw since he came on in the last inning. First base runner allowed by the young man as well. That'll bring up Christian Harris. 1 for 1. Couple of runs scored. And on base 3 times he's been up. Right, he walked back in the second. Travis gets his lead at first. The pitch to Christian Harris just outside for ball 1. Boy, that was close. 1 ball, no strikes. To Flip. Lancers catcher. The 1-0. Lifted in the air towards right center field. That's going to get all the way back to the wall. Travis is rounding second. He is headed towards third. He will round third, and he will make his way home on the RBI double by Christian Harris. 5-1 Lancers.
Good job. Way to
That will bring up Jonah Cunningham. Cunningham won for one with an RBI. His last time up. He's also walked in the ball game. 1 out. Runner is still in scoring position for the Lancers here. Good lead by Harris at second. The pitch to Cunningham. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Jonah Cunningham. The set by Smallshaw. And here's the 0-1. Reached out, couldn't get hold of a curveball for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Cunningham. 1 out, runner at second. Run in the inning for the Lancers. The pitch, high for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now to Cunningham. Dalton Wentz pitching tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see Cunningham on the mound on Thursday. The 1-2 bounces in there, gets away from Glass, and Harris will make his way to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Cunningham, with 1 out and a runner just 90 feet away. Time is called. See if they're going to get a pinch runner on now for Christian Harris, and that will be Braden Cook. Braden Cook goes out to pinch run for Christian Harris. So Cook is at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Cunningham. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch, curveball, misses high, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Jonah Cunningham. And the payoff pitch, low, ball 4. Second walk issued in the inning by Smallshaw, and there are runners at the corners with 1 down for Dalton Wentz. Wentz down there talking to his coach. Wentz 0 for 1. Does have an RBI in the ball game and is walked. Had a ground out 1 RBI back in the first inning. Walked in the second. First and third, 1 out. The pitch. Curveball falls in for a strike. It's 0-1.
You might as well think you're going to get a bunch of them.
Wentz had a grand slam against Rustburg about a week and a half back. The 0-1. Misses outside. A ball and a strike now to Dalton Wentz. Cook at third. Cunningham at first. The 1-1. High. 2 balls and a strike now to Wentz. Hitter's pitch coming up here. See what Dalton Wentz, who's now batting from the right side against the left-handed pitching Smallshaw, can do with it. The 2-1. Misses low and away. Gets away for a moment from Glass. Cunningham will make his way to second, so the double play ball is taken out. 3 balls, 1 strike to Dalton Wentz. Dakota Mayberry waits on deck. The 3-1. Fouled back into the screen, and the count runs full. Wentz just missed. Had a good cut on the ball, but just missed good contact with the ball. Payoff pitch now due to Dalton Wentz. The set by Smallshaw. And the 3-2 payoff on the way. It's lifted way high in the air center field. K.I. Booker looks like he's got a tag on it. He'll make the catch. Cook will round third, and he'll score. So set fly RBI for Dalton Wentz. Cunningham makes his way to third, tagging up from second.
Thunder, heavy rain,
Now there's 2 outs in the inning. Still a runner 90 feet away. And here's Dakota Mayberry, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight in the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. It's 0-1. 6-1 now, Lancers. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-1. Hit him. And the inning's still alive for the Lancers here, with the runners at the corners. And 2 down for Hunter Catlett. Catlett 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and struck out in the ball.
Next batter.
Catlett with a big opportunity here with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Catlett will make his first plate appearance. Nope, he struck out against Small Shaw the last time he faced him. And the first pitch is a fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Catlett. Here's the 0-1. Curveball high. A ball and a strike now to Catlett. Catlett looks down at third for his signs from his head coach, John Apperson, before stepping back into the right-handed hitter's batter's box. The 1-1 from Smallshaw. Here it is, high. They'll throw down to second to get Mayberry, and they did get him. Mayberry caught stealing. 2-4 for the 3rd out of the inning, so Catlett will lead things off in the 5th. But the Lancers get 2 runs on a 1 hit. There were no errors. There were 1 left. We will make our way to the 5th. Amherst County 6, Heritage 1, the Lancers Broadcast Network.
Like right here, we got some current coming into it. I'm going to go upstream, and I'm going to rub the rocks and kick the rocks up and see what we can get off the bottom of the rocks. And then we'll take, once we do that, we'll take this up to the table so we can see what we catch.
Amherst. Jimmy Smallshaw leading things off here for the Pioneers. Swings and misses at a fastball for strike 1 from Dalton Wentz. Smallshaw 0 for 1, struck out his only plate appearance back in the 3rd. The 0-1. Fastball in the inside corner, a called strike. It's 0-2. Again, Wentz likes to work quickly, and he's doing so here. The 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the first out of the inning. That'll bring up David Cash, the right fielder. Right-handed hitter. Got on an error his last time up, but was left-stranded at 3rd. The pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss at another fastball, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to David Cash, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there are 2 down in the Heritage 5th. Here's Kenai Booker. 1 for 2, got on an infield single his last time up. He's also grounded out to short. Matter of fact, Booker has the only hit for the Pioneers in this ballgame. The pitch, a fastball strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs. We're in the bottom or top of the 5th. The pitch hit on the ground, right back up the middle, and it'll get into center field for the base hit. So Booker is having a good night for the Pioneers tonight. 2 singles. He's 2 for 3 now. He's at first base with 2 outs for Lucas Glass.
Next batter,
Glass 0 for 2.
Lucas Glass.
Struck out twice in the ball game. Wentz from the stretch comes set. The pitch to Glass. High for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Lucas Glass. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Runner going. Throw down second. It's beautiful. No, it got in. Wow. Great throw by Christian Harris to Nick Dawson covering from short. And boy, howdy, did it sure look like he got him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Booker now at second with 2 outs. The time is called for by Glass and granted.
Next pitch, I'm guessing about 1. Next pitch is going to be about 99. We go, buddy. My next pitch is going to be. Let's see what's going to be.
Wentz looks in, gets his sign, comes set, the 1-1, curveball. Is a called strike, it's 1-2. To Lucas Glass.
He didn't see the curveball.
Matt Cassidy would be next. The 1-2, runner going, it's high. Bounces off the mitt of Christian Harris, and Booker makes his way to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Lucas Glass. Good rules 90 feet away. We'll see if Wentz stays in the stretch or goes to the wind. He will go to the wind up here. The 2-2. Low and away for ball 3. Count is full to Lucas Glass at third. And 2 outs. The 3-2 payoff. Here it is. Low and away for ball 4. Runners at the corners.
Next batter, number 3.
With 2 down.
Correction. Number 3, Matt Cassidy.
Matt Cassidy will bat now. He's the starting pitcher for the game for Heritage. He'll step in from the right side. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Glass will run for himself. The catcher is at first. Kenai Booker is at third. The pitch. There's a called strike at the letters. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground towards third. Mayberry comes up with it. He'll throw to first. Throw is high, but Catlett got on the bag in time for the 3rd out of the inning. For Heritage in their half of the 5th, no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors. There were 2 left. We will make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning with Amherst County leading Heritage from Lansing.
Right? The trout have their gills under here, right? You know, that's how they breathe. That's what they have, how they get the oxygen out of the water. And the insects all have gills and stuff too. So when we talk about that, we're going here and find some of the insects. You might be able to see some of the gills, like the little feathers on some of their legs. Really weird. They're not inside their body, they're on the outside of their body. Y'all have used the word tributary. Have y'all heard that word before?
Yes.
What's a tributary? Anybody? Yes.
It's like a donation. It's kind of like a donation.
Yeah. So, but if this river is a tributary of another river, so this goes into another river. That's what. So, what river does this flow into? The James River.
In the ball game, struck out once against Jimmy Smallshaw. He's also grounded out to short. Pitch to Catlett on the way. Hit on the ground, but foul, first base side. For strike one.
Bring it out now, Hunter. Come on, big guy.
Catlett back in. Awaits a one-strike pitch. And here it is. A little high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hunter Catlett. Here's the 1-1. Lifted high in the air towards center. Kenai Booker looks like he's got a bead on it. And he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Well hit, but way high as he got under the curveball. Dawson 0 for 2 ball game. He has struck out and flown out to left. Lefty-righty matchup here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. Lifted in the air towards center, but Booker right at him, as a matter of fact. And there are 2 down for the Lancers here in the 5th. That'll bring up Blake Mays, the left fielder.
Next batter, left fielder number 13, Blake Mays.
Mays 0 for 1 officially. He has struck out, walked, and scored in the ball game. Step in from the right side with 2 down here for the Lancers in the 5th. The pitch bounces in there, gets past Glass. 1 ball, no strikes to Mays. Cyrus Campbell would be next. The pitch. This is low. 2 balls, no strikes to Mays. Mays back in the box. Awaits a 2-0 from Smallshaw, and here it is. Hit on the ground towards third, but foul. Two balls, 1 strike to Blake Mays. Pioneers still have a game to play. They will play Brookville on Thursday. Neither of those 2 teams made the Seminole District Tournament, which gets underway on Thursday. Lancers will play JF at JF. 2-1 to Mays. Lifted in the air in the infield. Second baseman Cam Burns calls off everybody and drops the ball. Mays will get on to first. Had it in his mitt, then threw it past Smallshaw. Now Mays will make his way to second. Couple of errors there on the second baseman, Cam Burns.
Next batter will be H. Cyrus Campbell.
Mays gets on the error. And then there's another error by Cam Burns. He makes his way to second. Here's Cyrus Campbell. Campbell 0 for 2, popped up to third his last time up. He's also struck out. Got a runner at second with good wheels in Blake Mays, and 2 outs. The set by Smallshaw. And here's the pitch to Campbell. Low, ball 1. First 2 errors, first error period for Heritage in the ball game. The 1-0. High in the air towards left field. This ball is back. This ball is not against the wall. Cyrus Campbell will pull up at second with an RBI double as Mays comes in to score. And it's 7-1 Lancers. I think everybody thought that was going to be out of here, but it ended up bouncing right at the bottom of the wall. Out in left field. But an RBI double scores the run. And the error comes back to haunt Heritage there as it's now 7-1 Lancers. That will bring up David Travis, and they're going to put a pinch runner on for Cyrus Campbell. I don't have an 18. Do you have an 18?
Number 18,
Doug Mays. The pitch to David Travis, low in, gets away from Glass. And Mays will make his way to third. 1 ball, no strikes to David Travis. All of this happening with 2 outs. A couple of fly balls to center to start the inning. And the error on second, the pitch. Hit on the ground towards third. Picked up there. Throw across the infield. Did it take him off the bag? Yes, it did. May came off the bag.
That's why you run it out.
Third base on the throw from Lucas Glass, who's now playing third. So who's catching? So that's Cassidy catching. My bad. I'm not sure how to score that one. That'll bring up Christian Harris. An RBI double his last time up.
Christian Harris.
The pitch. Runner going, throw down the first. Second will be in time. As they get Travis trying to call it stealing. 2-4. Thursday, we're just not real sure whether we're going to be at the baseball game at Forest or here for the softball game against Brookville in the Seminole District Tournament. But we'll keep you informed on our Lancer Radio Facebook page. Hope you'll go and check that out real quick. Just go to Facebook, search for Lancer Radio, 2 words. Nathan Holman leading things off here for Heritage in the 6th. Dalton Wentz winds and deals, and the pitch fouled back overhead and out of play. For strike 1. Holman got on an error his last time up. He's also struck out in the ball game.
Are you scared?
The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a curveball that actually bounced in front of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes to Nathan Holman. Holman to be followed by Jalen Armistead and Nate Cash here in the Heritage 6. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one out in the top of the 6th inning. "13 strikeouts now for Dalton Wentz." As Bill Dawson's going to make his way out and maybe make a pitching change here. Wentz has pitched into 6th, and yep, we will have us a pitching change here as Nick Dawson is going to come on to pitch. Great job by Dalton Wentz tonight. And he is in line, of course, for the win. Dawson going through his warm-up tosses. We'll be back to tell you more about it after this on the Lancers Broadcast Network. Yep, only one walk in the ball game. Dawson against Jalen Armistead here. Armistead 0 for 2 in the ball game with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Dawson winds, deals the pitch, hit on the ground towards third, gets past Mayberry and into left field for the base hits. Armistead was guessing fastball, and that's what he got. He ripped it down right in between short and third. So a one-out base runner for Nate Cash. Only the third hit of the game for Heritage. Dawson from the stretch now, and the pitch to Cash is a fastball for a strike at the letters. It's 0-1. Cash 0 for 2 has struck out and grounded out the second. The 0-1. Fouled off at the plates at the curveball. No balls, 2 strikes to Cash. Cam Burns, what's on deck? One out. We're in the top of the 6th. Lancers leading 8-1. Runner at first is Jalen Armistead with a single in the inning. The pitch fouled back into the screen by Cash. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Dawson looks at the runner. Throw to first will not be in time. Ground ball would be sweet here for the double play, but good wheels at first. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And there are 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Dawson since he came on. And that will bring up Cam Burns. Burns has struck out and walked. He would come around to score into third on a pass ball.
Second baseman number 4, Cam Burns.
The pitch. Swung on. And did they get it? Yes, they did. Back there with Dalton Wilson with a waving tag. Armistead is caught stealing. 2-6 for the third out of the inning. So Burns will lead things off in the 7th for the Heritage Pioneers. No runs. There was 1 hit. There were no errors. There was no one left. We make our way to And the first pitch to Christian Harris on the way. Curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Harris, 2 for 2 officially with an RBI. He had an RBI double against Small Shaw his last time up. He's also walked and scored. As a matter of fact, he's scored all 3 times he's been on base. The 0-1. This is outside. Ball and a strike now to flip Christian Harris. The 1-1 bounces inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Harris. Small Shaw's 2-1 pitch. This is outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Christian Harris. The pitch hit on the ground right back to Small Shaw. A nice stop by the young man as he throws to first for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Jimmy Small Shaw. And there's one down in the Lancers 6. He's indicating that it got him in the ribs. Is Small Shaw on the left side. That'll bring up Jonah Cunningham. Cunningham is 1 for 1 officially. He's walked twice. Had an RBI single back into the 3rd. Walked his last time up, but was left stranded at 3rd.
Jonah Cunningham.
The pitch.
Batting for the Lancers.
Low for ball 1. One out. We're in the last half of the 6th. The pitch fouled back into the screen, and leaves it a ball and a strike to Jonah Cunningham. Dalton Wentz waits on deck. The 1-1. A little high for ball 2. I waited. I wasn't sure what the home plate umpire was going to say about that one. I think Small Shaw thought it was a strike. Just based on his body language anyway. The 2-1. Lifted in the air towards left field, but it will go foul. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Cunningham. Batting here in the bottom of the 6th with the Lancers leading 8-1. There's 1 out. Nobody on. The 2-2. Curveball misses high and away, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Cunningham. Dakota Mayberry, or Dalton Wentz that is, waits on deck. 3-2 payoff, and here it is. Lifted in the air towards center field, but right at Kenai Booker for the 2nd out of the inning. Booker's had a couple of those today. Well hit balls, but right at it. That'll bring up Dalton Wentz. Playing shortstop now, starting pitcher for the Lancers. He's got a couple of RBIs tonight. One on a ground out back in the 1st and one on a sac fly in the 4th. He's also walked. The first pitch to him is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 1. Ball and a strike now to Dalton Wentz. Here comes the 1-1. Lifted in the air towards left center field. This one's got a shot, and it is gone. 2-out solo home run by Dalton Wentz. It is 9-1 Lancers. Third RBI of the night, too. How about that?
Believe what I said.
Lancers have threatened a couple of times tonight. Cyrus Campbell in the last inning, we thought his might be out of here. And that time, Dalton Wentz, not too much doubt about that one. That'll bring up Dakota Mayberry, officially 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. He got caught stealing back in the 4th to end that inning. Two outs, and time is called by Mayberry and granted. Mayberry back in the box, awaits his first pitch of this at-bat, and here it is. Lifted in the air, a little pop fly into shallow right field. This one's got a chance. Oh, and it goes. A base hit for Dakota Mayberry. I'm not sure if Cam Burns or David Cash or whoever is playing out in right field now. That's Tevin Braxton who's out there now. And here's Hunter Catlett. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Flew out the center his last time up. Runner at first with good wheels in Dakota Mayberry. The pitch. Curveball in on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Catlett. Thrown out to center, struck out and grounded out to short. That pitch a little high. A ball and a strike now on Catlett. Mayberry, decent lead at first with a left-hander on the mound. The 1-1. Lifted in the air towards center field line, 5-base hit. Mayberry will hold up at second with the good arm in center field in Kenai Becker. 3 hits back-to-back, the solo homer, and 2 singles now. Have runners at first and second with 2 down for Nick Dawson. Dawson 0 for 3. He line drive to center his last time up. He's also struck out and flown out to left. Courtesy runner is going to come into the ball game now for Dakota Mayberry. That'll be Hunter Welch who will go out to run.
Hit right here and end the ball game.
Dakota Mayberry, of course, one of the seniors playing in this regular season finale tonight. Nick Dawson pitching right now. Started the ball game at short, looking for his first hit of the night. 2 down, 2 on. Already a run in. The pitch, high, ball 1. Fastball missing. To Nick Dawson. Set by Smallshaw, and the 1-0. Low. 2 balls, no strikes. To Nick Dawson. Smallshaw taking his time with this 2-0. It bounces in there, and it's a nice stop by Cassidy. Keep the runners at base, but right now 3 balls, no strikes to Nick Dawson.
That'll end the game.
The pitch, way high, ball 4. 2-out walk, and the bases are loaded for the Lancers for Blake Mays. Mays got on an error his last time up and would come around to score on the RBI double by Cyrus Campbell. Bases loaded, 2 down. Hunter Welch is at third. Hunter Catlett is at second, and Nick Dawson is at first. Good wheels all the way around for the Lancers. Mays steps in from the right side. The pitch, swing and a miss at the curveball. It's 0-1. Mays has gotten on an error, struck out, and walked. He's scored twice in the ballgame. The 0-1, hit right back up the middle. Nice hit in the center field. Welch will come in to score. Here comes and he will score, and that will be it. The Lancers win 11-1 with some timely hitting in the 6th inning against the Heritage Pioneers. And we will be back to tell you about it here in just a moment. Lancers win it here tonight. They have done their job. Now they got to wait and see what happens with EC Glass against LCA to see if they make it into the Region 4D tournament. But a great win for Amherst County here tonight over Heritage. 11-1 in 6 innings. And we'll be back with the Schulz Home Lancers postgame show after this on the Lancers Broadcast Network.